Hello again, folks. Right, I just this is pound CAD, and there's a couple of things I wanted to highlight on this because they are relevant. I've talked about how in the more volatile periods of the day that the indicators will misalign themselves because they just can't keep up with the pace of the market. And I think that's what a lot of traders mean by they are lagging. But you know, on the longer term ones, they're fine. Daily, for example, is saying we're in a pullback here, green on the histo, and not much information on mine again. H4 will be a similar thing, except we're on our third candle now on pullback. And we can clearly see we're smashing into some sort of resistance there, and ultimately potentially support there. We can put a level on that, because I have a view that support once broken needs to be tested for resistance. And it's not just my view, but when you watch these things happen on the 1 minute chart time and time again, sorry, I dropped that on the wrong candle. I was looking for that big green one there. We've busted through that. Now we can do this to all the support levels here, but most importantly, I found that the last support broken, so this one here, will be the one potentially price goes up to test again. But I'm digressing again, because the whole point of this was to show you, my mouse is messing me about. The whole point of this is to show you how the indicators lag on the lower time frame. So let's go down each time frame. That was H4, H1. Sorry for the mess. We've still got a lot of stuff from the cable chart on here. That's what these lines are. H1 is clearly showing us long for a couple, in fact four. We're into our fourth hour now, yet we were showing shorts right up until this trade. And remember, I like the bar to close, so that's why that one is no help whatsoever. M30 is telling us we should have considered long here, wait for the pullback, and then enter. Now this is the important thing. If we'd have waited for this to turn green, we've missed the move. So that's the caveat that you need to bring into your analysis when the busier times of markets. When it's quieter, it's nowhere near as bad, as you can see, because this is at resistance now, so it could easily reverse. But when it's quieter, we've got the green, we've got the pullback, it changes to green, and you're off. So you know, during the pre-Frankfurt stages, you can afford to let you know, wait for the reversal on the lower time frames and wait for them to all align. But you'd miss the trade if you waited for that to align back into the 30. So you drop down to the 15. I've marked the vertical there on the pink line. And here you can see if the 15 came into alignment, then you're good to go. And as you can see, then there were quite a number of pips. This new green candle, which goes way past that 171 level, is worth 28 pips or thereabouts, less the spread. So 26 pips in a burst of movement there, and that's why I just highlighted this chart. This was the best trade to go for, to be honest with you, this morning. We had GB was somewhere in the region. It's obviously dropped off now, but this was at the max it could be, somewhere like 7, and the CAD was the lowest strength of the lot here. So again, we've got a perfect reversal here, and this is what I tried to talk about in the last video. When you've got a reversal at support, you can clearly see the MA is there as well. We've got a strong level of support here, resistance acts as support, and then you've got a 2 candle reversal, low, high, high, low, higher, high. It didn't quite break the previous high, low, lower, high, lower, low, so that would have been a little bit worrisome, but that's why the indicators now take precedence, because this is so reliable in my opinion. And as I say, if you'd have even considered entering the break of that high there, let's stick a level on there, just the minute it broke high on the, possibly even, well, I do look at the 1 minute, so we might as well go on the 1 minute. The minute we broke through that high there, there, you can see the price just didn't look back at all. So low, high, high, low, broke this high here, and then you've got your level on that yellow one there, and from that point the price burst up. Again, we've got the indicators agreeing with us. It well, from the break it was oh, come on, 30 pips plus, 33 pips. So, and also this is why we've got this on the chart at the moment. SS, I'll show you the indicators actually so you can see them all. That's the most recent one, SS underscore support resistance underscore V07. There's my buttons indicator. In fact, that one's written for me, I think, so that's why it's got a separate window, but if you look for buttons you'll find it. Histo alert, currency strength alert, which is that thing there, and then all the other stuff. I don't really look at this, to be honest with you. It just gets left on my chart occasionally, but because obviously you can see the level of analysis I do. So and there's the other indicators there. So a lot of them are superfluous, but a lot of them are useful, namely the histo alert, the 8MA from the hourly, which I've talked about in the previous videos as well. You can see how the price respects that. You could have drawn a descending trend line here just to add a little bit of more analysis, but that's it, guys. So the point of this video was to show you that you have to be aware sometimes in the busier, more volatile times you do get lag, so you have to learn yourself, teach yourself where you can bend the rules slightly, and the reason purely is price cannot keep or the indicators cannot keep up with price movement in volatile times. But other than that, as I explained, in the quieter times, the grinding times, like my pre-Frankfurt, you notice the last two trades have been pre-Frankfurt open. I love those trades, always have done, because you can literally sit and have a coffee while they play out. Only pre-Frankfurt, I don't do pre-London, I haven't studied that enough, and pre-London and American, I don't do those. And one last thought here, guys, now looking at this cable excuse me, this is work in progress, but I'm trying to work out how to pick the tops, and it's looking like this histo will lead the way in that. Not sure what time frame I was looking at. When you get a massive drop off like that from green to red, then drop down to the 5 minute and you might be able to pick the tops. This is a work in progress, so massive drop off, green to red on the 5 minute, and then this thing crashed 11 pips. As you know, 5 is all I want, 5 or 6. And notice how since the last video as well, that's bounced straight off of this support line here, that H4 high I talked about in previous videos, and still hasn't hit that 128 level, which is really surprising, but I think it might hit that in short shrift. Where are we now? 7:47. So this is Billy TT's 15-minute box, the 8 till 8:15 break. They may well use that, and I wouldn't be surprised if they push it up to that level to take in some bull orders, longs, and pull out the stops for all the people that were short, and then potentially pull it back into the H4 bias, which would be selling, of course. And but don't trade any of my thoughts. I'm thinking out loud here, guys. The videos are never up in time for that anyway, but just trade your own analysis, your own charts. And as I say, sorry for this complete spaghetti junction mess here, and in part 4 I will do that analysis that I talked about for you. In other words, drawing all of this stuff from scratch on a clean chart. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.